yourself in, but they are ruthless, hungry and in power again.
What the fuck is up, gamers? Welcome back to a regular episode of Henry Kissinger is Pokemon going to die. Not a threat.
Just a fact, I hope, eventually.
God, yeah, it's becoming less and less apparently a fact as time goes on. But he is rich, so that grants you special, weird mortality powers. We're the number one leftism podcast for the Terminally Online, and of the Terminally Online.
And by the Terminally Online.
And by the Terminally Online. So, being Terminally Online these days hits a little different.
It's rough.
So, before we even get to nicknames, I guess, I just want to say, we're gonna, because of the whole, gestures to everything, we're gonna be switching to an officially occasional scheduling instead of every 2 weeks, so that it is a fun time to do these instead of like a horrible, dreadful chore of thinking about the state of every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But that's why we're doing this episode today, because we were like, you know what? We could have some fun time.
Yeah, I was like, hell yeah, I'm down to record this weekend. I'd love to talk to my friend Val. And then I was like, oh wait, I have to bring some news and think about the news.
Talk about the news, yeah. So that also means that our Patreon, we have suspended. The official word is something else. Like
when the editor is doing this, can they please put in like a jailed or slamming? Suspended.
Suspended. Game over. So yeah. Anyway, that's all the housekeeping, I guess.
Yeah, we appreciate all the support that we've gotten from everyone over the years. I think most of the hosts of HKIP have been able to get podcasting mics from the Patreon. That's that, and like helping with bills and donating to important causes is what the money has gone to. Like, none of us are using it for personal gain.
Yeah.
But the fact that we all have like nice mics now, and most of us have other podcasts, means that like if you've been contributing, you've made an investment into the wider noise space architecture. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is really nice to think about. Just it's the gift that keeps on giving. Podcasting mic.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we episode?
Yeah.
So as for nicknames, I'm Val Flight Cub, aka Pretty Fly on a White Guy, Mike Pence vice presidential debate.
White Pence.
You get it?
Yeah, I heard about that from the news. Mm-hmm. I didn't watch it. I haven't seen The Fly.
Yeah,
the movie or the news item.
I haven't seen the movie. I did see the news item. I didn't think that it was going to be the only thing from the vice presidential debate we would talk about as a country, but it is. Mm-hmm. So
I think that's honestly for the best. Like, I don't want to hear about either of them.
Yeah. I don't know that anyone's opinion was swayed by that debate. Like, you either like the kind of person that Mike Pence is, or you like the kind of person that Kamala Harris is.
Or you like neither.
Or you're us, yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty funny it was very frustrating to watch and realize that Mike Pence was not answering any of the questions. Mm-hmm. So, like, the moderator would be like, why did you guys have a super spreader event? And he would be like, thank you so much for the question. We love the American people, and we believe in them. And like, his answer for like, why are you setting a terrible example, was like, we trust the American people to do what we say and not what we do. And also not what we say because we're telling people it's fine.
Do you know what the scary thing is? Is what? How similar that is to like a Mayor Pete ass answer. Like,
yep. Yes.
Like Trump being an outlier just in terms of how open and bad at politics he is true, because the quote unquote good guys and bad guys outside of that populist framework are the fucking same.
Yeah.
I'm Alex Leaf Crunch, aka when I have to turn around moving out of my house and into a new house with under a month. Call that Alex Leave Crunch.
Hey! Yes! Call that Alex Leave Crunch.
Yeah, that's one reason I've been really busy and not paying attention to the news. The other reason being I'm really busy also with school and spending 6 to 8 hours a day reading theory about all the bad shit that's happening, and so not paying attention to the specifics.
Gosh. Yeah, I totally forgot that it's like fall is a school time.
Sure is.
Like, damn dude, it sure does. Until you and Sarah were both like, yeah, we're really busy with like class and stuff. And I was like, what a weird coincidence that they're both starting up classes at the same time.
So bizarre.
But no, that's like the thing that most people know, or like a lot of people under the age of 20 like know about fall.
The joke of September school.
Exactly. So the news.
The news.
The news. The President of the United States.
Oh, him?
I believe he will die soon from the coronavirus.
He seems to not be doing great.
Cardi B voice coronavirus.
Corona B killing the president.
Yeah, it's frustrating because he's getting rich people medicine.
Right. But also the rich people medicine is also like too many steroids. That's not doing him much good. Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like, I guess he has finally gone full circle of like when you don't have a lot of resources and you're sick, you have to go back to work or else you'll like lose money and you can't afford to do that. Mm-hmm. And then once you get to be like moderately comfortable, you can take sick days. And then when you're really rich, it's like you don't have to be in the office anyway, so it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. He's crossed over into like the one super rich guy position where if you're sick, you have to go to work anyway.
I mean, he's not rich in money. He's just rich in rent-free being in people's brains.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He is the only one with a rent strike officially applying to him.
The one-man presidential rent strike.
It's also like the stock market is such a mood ring that like him just being like, I've decided I'm not sick anymore, even though I tested positive. I'm not. The market was like, great, sounds good. We've got a stable president. I like it. That's just it. So the appearances that he's made since testing positive have been when he the first time he came back out of the hospital a couple days after he was put in the hospital, and he left against the best advice of the doctors that were there because he was like, I'm done with this. I'm done doing this now. And he stood on the balcony of the White House and he took off his mask and he was just like standing triumphantly, but you could just hear the like,
yeah.
And he's doing the thing where you definitely don't have to cough and you're not holding it in. Mm-hmm. So it's fine. It's
called it's when you cough off. Turn the cough off.
Turn the cough off. It's the same as cough, but you spell it COFF.
Yeah, and then you misspell it as cough fifi.
Why is that the first time I'm hearing of cough fifi?
I don't know. Maybe we just haven't been paying attention. We haven't had our nose to the ground.
Yeah, like that's not
nose to the ground.
Because smell famously conducts really well through solids. So, no. Yeah, I can't tell if I've failed Brooks or if Brooks has failed me. That I haven't heard the phrase cough fifi.
Yeah. We should.
We
have to bring him in.
Like, has he tweeted it and I just didn't see it, or is he slipping a little bit?
Twitter.com search at Tampa Bay Vipers.
I can't believe he has that at. By the way,
Cough Fifi. No results.
Oh, Brooks.
Gonna screenshot this and just send it to him.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I see you've noticed me tamping the soft bay vipers.
Tamp. That's a good throwback post.
It is. So that's politics.
Done. We did it.
In 12 minutes. I only have one thing to bring from Canada land, which is a continuation of, I think it was talked about the last time we recorded, which was the Mi'kmaq lobster fishers.
Yes.
Setting up a constitutionally protected, completely within their rights, both under Canadian law and their own sovereign law, to have a sustainable livelihood lobster fishery, which was not met well by settler fishers. And now there has been several weeks of escalating violence, threats of burning down the building that they're operating out of with people inside, burning down a woman's van, and last night the building was burnt down.
Oh my god.
I don't believe anyone was inside, luckily, but
that's
Canadian,
horrible.
Yeah, it's domestic terrorism. It is settler colonial violence. It is cultural genocide.
Yeah.
If anyone had been inside, it would. If anyone dies from this, it is an act of genocide. It is the colonial settlers denying the Indigenous people of this land their right to life. And fuck the RCMP for standing by and doing nothing. Fuck Trudeau for fucking saying nothing and doing nothing. Jagmeet Singh is out there calling for action, and so far nothing is happening. So hopefully there can be some kind of justice.
I'm glad that there's at least somebody.
Yeah, I'm real fuck Canada hours right now. I don't have anything positive or productive to say about it, except I'm so mad, and I'm so sorry to everyone who has to live with the fear of this kind of thing over their head if they dare to exercise their right to exist and to assert any kind of sovereignty or cultural sovereignty. It fucking sucks.
Well, fuck B to Canada. The 3 oil companies in a trench coat.
Yeah, good news though. There actually is Brooks replied, there is a tweet from 2018 where he said, "Wow, just received word that notorious germaphobe Donald Trump has started charging anyone who enters the Oval Office while displaying a symptom of the common cold. That's right, he's beginning to charge a cough Fifi." Thank you, Brooks. I'm sorry we doubted you.
Okay. Because he didn't spell it Fifi, but he spelled it Fee.
Right. And this was before the corona.
This was well before it, yeah.
Yeah.
2018. Another good Brooks tweet, we might as well.
Please. We've wrapped up the politics section.
It's related. So the other thing that I forgot to mention was the other appearance that I saw that Trump made was he had a press conference or something where he was explaining, what was at stake but in the election and how Joe Biden was threatening us with a good time again, and saying, this is his words that he attempted to say were, simply put, this is a question of socialism versus tyranny and democracy or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has this horribly raspy voice. And he has the weird thing that he has sometimes where he doesn't enunciate, and you're like,
oh yeah, he says socialism.
And he starts it with Dimply Put. And Brooks retweeted it with just the caption Dimply Put, and I was just like, this is fucking hilarious. I usually when I come across videos of Trump on my feed,
Just
I will
scroll
just
past quickly.
yeah, either that or I will watch it on silent with the subtitles because his voice is so ridiculously like just viscerally bad for me to hear, and I hate it. But I listened this one I could listen to because it was really funny. And editor, please insert Dimply Put so that everyone can hear.
Dimply Put.
Just that. That's all you need.
Dimply Put.
I wish that we could elect the Joe Biden that Trump is threatening we will get
Yeah.
if we get it. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris, you didn't watch the vice presidential debate because you're Canadian and you respect yourself, I would assume.
Correct.
But she looks straight into the camera like 3 or 4 times and says, Joe Biden will not ban fracking.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she, like, looked into the camera like Jim Office.
Oh my god, yeah. No, she didn't do that, but she would have won major boss points if she had.
She would have.
Yes, queen.
Honestly, that would have warmed me to her.
Yeah, she had a like difficult job during the debate of like talking with a totally like out of reality person without sounding like she was also just in magical politics land.
Yeah, and also like despite the fact that she's awful, like I'm sure pitting a extremely privileged white man against a black woman, even if a very privileged one, I'm sure he had no interest in listening to anything she had to say.
Yeah, the optics of it must have been difficult for her, like ACAB, fuck Coppola, but like also she was because she had to be forceful without being argumentative or angry.
Exactly, yeah.
She just like, I mean, just the optics of like a white dude with white hair, like just talking condescendingly in his low, like strong man voice versus like the fucking gymnastics that she must have had to do to go through all of the hoops.
Yeah,
she did nail it, but she also said Joe Biden would not ban fracking like 3 or 4 times. So
great, love it.
Love it. We love to change subjects.
Speaking of fracking, no, I don't have anything.
I'm so fracking hungry.
It's fracking cold in here. I think that's it.
It's fracking cold.
Do you want to just do like half an hour of Lightbringers?
I would love to. I was trying to pick one and I had a lot of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you have any? Do you want to go first?
I do. My first Lightbringer is a podcast called LMNOP.
Oh.
And I mean this genuinely, not just because the host is
me.
You. It's a really fun podcast.
Go on.
You and Alec, your comedy chemistry is fantastic. I dare say even on par with your comedy chemistry with me, which that's saying something.
That is saying something.
Yeah.
Wow.
What he lacks in being as funny as me, he makes up for in living with you, so you get to be more in sync. Is that was too self-aggrandizing. Cut that.
I don't think anyone thinks that you meant that for real. But...
Okay.
But you're right, he is not funny.
He's not.
Just kidding.
But it's a great way to consume the content of I was going to say BBC Sherlock. That's not what it is. Elementary, the TV show, because the plots are good to hear recapped, and the jokes are fantastic.
Thank you. Well, from your mouth to the horse's ear. No, what is the...
Don't lick a gift horse in the ear?
Don't lick a gift horse's ear.
No, don't do that.
Oh, it's from your mouth to God's ears, but I don't... That's not what I meant. No. I just want people who listen to HKIP to listen to LMNOP. Do you like podcasts that are a series of letters?
Listen, if you paid money to HKIP Patreon, you've already paid for the production costs of LMNOP. The microphone.
My microphone was actually a gift from my friend, my American friend Alex.
Oh, right.
So they're the reason that I started HKIP at all.
Right.
If you listen to this, Alex, I miss you.
Oh.
I miss you also, Canadian Alex, but...
Yeah, I miss you too.
P got meetup too.
Yeah.
It's going to happen in 2027. Well, thank you for liking our podcast.
Thank you for making it. What's your first Lightbringer?
So, my first Lightbringer is, we got a dishwasher.
Ooh.
Yeah. So our apartment is tiny. Mm-hmm. It's about the size of a king-size bed. So...
The dishwasher or the apartment?
The whole apartment, yeah. No, the dishwasher it's supposed to be a countertop one. It's bigger on the outside than I thought it would be, and smaller on the inside. So it's a double win. But it's really, really convenient to not... I mean, hand washing dishes is just such a... I mean, it's literally a chore. Mm-hmm. But also just... It takes a bunch of time. It makes my hands wet. I don't like it. And I'm never, like, confident in how clean my dishes actually are. Because I'm just like, I just wiped it. You know?
You use soap, right?
No, yeah. I put some soap on my hand. And I wipe my hand on the plate.
Yeah.
And then I put it on the drying rack.
On the floor.
Mm-hmm. I put it on the
water, so that the water doesn't get all over the counter.
Exactly. We actually, the way our kitchen was arranged for a while, Balto's crate was right next to the sink. So we didn't have enough counter space to put all our dishes. So I was just like putting it on the crate.
Just drip some water on him.
He's never in there.
On his bed? Just get some mildew on there?
Yeah, he loves it.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a drying surface.
Yeah, it's a rack, kind of. So
I just looked up what a countertop dishwasher looks like. These things are huge.
Yeah, I mean, you put dishes in them.
Yeah, I guess so.
It says it holds 6 place settings. I don't know about that one. Sheaf, as that one TikTok said.
Yeah.
But it also, like, the display images of, like, this is how you can use the dishwasher shows, like, 6 teacups. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't have teacups, but I can, like, put my regular cups there, right? No. It fits teacups. Mm-hmm.
I think that the name countertop dishwasher limits people's imagination as to where this could go. Because you need counter space. Mm-hmm. But just a big box could go anywhere.
It's true.
Although, wait, do you need to, like, hook it up to the sink
for
water? Oh. Mm-hmm. So you just need, some hose, and then...
In this house.
Some hose in this house.
I have it, so it comes with a hose, obviously. That would be really weird if you had to supply your own hose. But...
But I mean, like, a longer hose.
Yeah.
And then just, like
some kind of extension for your hose.
And, like, install it above the shower.
I mean, sure. If you can reach up in there to put the dishes there,
yeah,
the world is your oyster. The limit is your imagination.
Or like install it in your kitchen window like an AC unit. It's just a dishwasher.
Oh, we totally could do that.
You would have to go outside to load it, but
well, it could be facing in.
Yeah, I guess you could like connect the hose to your outside hose if that worked.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yes.
I think we're onto something.
Windowsill dishwasher.
It has a nice ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
TM.
Yeah. Let's get this copyrighted before we put the episode up. Mm-hmm. People would be like, why is this episode 18 months late?
Why is this episode copyrighted?
My other Lightbringer is Elijah Wood content. So Alec and I started and finished watching Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, have you seen it?
I haven't, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, here's another good thing. I liked it.
Nice.
It's based off of a series of books by Douglas Adams. So it has that, whimsical thing that he does.
I have read the first one of those a very long time ago, but it was very fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So we watched it, and it was really good. It's only 2 seasons, and then it got canceled or ended or whatever. And...
I think it got canceled and the director got canceled, so
oh,
it's fine. We don't have to talk about it. That part. We can enjoy things critically.
Yeah. And so Alec was like, well, how are we going to get more of this content? I know, I'll buy the books for us. And so he like went on like Facebook Marketplace. He's like always buying.
I thought you were going to say we'll make fanfic.
Well, we haven't started making fanfic yet.
Right. But that's great.
Patreon.com/LMNOP for our exclusive fanfiction readings. No. But I was like, well, I kind of just want to watch more stuff with Elijah Wood in it, because that's actually really what I think I liked about it. Was his gigantic eyes and his little cracky voice.
Yes, I agree.
And so we looked up more stuff. We watched this one movie that was absolutely off the wall. Like, we didn't know what it was going into it, because it was like
9?
No, it was was he in 9?
Yeah, he was the main character in 9.
Am I thinking of a different...
9 is like an animated thing with a little like burlap man.
Oh. Yeah, I'm thinking of the film 9.
It is a film.
The live action.
Okay.
With like Selma Hayek in it, Kate Hudson.
9 film.
Or Penelope Cruz, excuse me, not Selma Hayek. It's a totally different.
Yeah, one of them is spelled out 9, and then the one that I'm talking about is just the number 9.
The number 9. Okay.
Here's what.
Yeah. Burlap Man. Yes.
Yeah, little guy.
Little guy. That is not what we watched. It was this movie where the description, it's called Come to Daddy, I think. And it was this movie about the description was like Elijah Wood's character like goes out to visit his father in the woods and gets more than he bargained for. And as we were watching it, we were like, what genre of movie is this? Is this a horror movie? Like we're like watching it and like different stuff keeps happening and we're like, wait, is it a comedy? No. Is it a horror comedy? It could be. We don't know. That would be more than he bargained for. It was very strange. But ultimately kind of enjoyable.
Wait, sorry. This is 2009 live action film?
No.
No. Okay.
This was
sorry.
We searched for Elijah Wood stuff on the Apple TV, and this came up.
I got confused because if Elijah Wood was in 2 different movies named 9 in 2009,
oh man,
that would be very funny.
It would be hilarious, but also 7 too few.
You're right. He wouldn't have committed to the bit in that circumstance.
No, you're the one that introduced the concept of 9.
Sorry.
No, this was an indie film called Come to Daddy.
Gotcha.
And it was really wild. But then I also saw in the little description, or like in the little list of stuff, that Elijah Wood is in Over the Garden Wall.
Oh yeah, he is. He's the main character.
Yeah, I totally didn't notice that. I mean, the first time I
really?
watched it, I didn't realize that it was him at
so
all.
Funny. Yeah, he's so good in it. Oh my god.
He is. He's great. He has that kind of voice that sounds like he's kind of 16.
Yeah.
But it's now that I know that it's him, I can't stop picturing him. But the animation in Over the Garden Wall is so fucking good.
God, I need to do my rewatch of it soon. It's so bittersweet because I always like watch it with someone in October, but like obviously maybe I can watch it with my brother. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Cute and very creepy, spooky.
I think Elijah Wood did like a tour of his Animal Crossing island, like a few months back.
What? Oh my gosh! I knew that he played because I saw that person got like he visited some person's island.
Yeah, I don't know if he did a tour or if he was just on like the Animal Crossing like late night show that someone does.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Yeah, I remember it being very charming.
How adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Elijah Wood is making cool stuff.
Yeah. I'm glad he seems just, like, chill
Yeah.
and nice.
Yeah.
We don't have to idolize him. We can just appreciate him being a nice man.
Seems like a nice boy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just finished watching. So I just watched the episode with. It's speaking of like we can't idolize men. There's the episode that I just watched with the where they're in the manor, the huge mansion. Do you remember this?
The episode of Sherlock or of
Over the Garden Wall. Sorry.
Over the Garden Wall. Okay.
Over the Garden Wall. Where
yes, the Quincy Endicott.
Yes, Quincy Endicott is really funny, and John Cleese voices Quincy Endicott.
Yes,
and he does a good job, and also has tweeted some stupid shit.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, John, please stop doing one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Continue being funny.
Yeah. Please learn about people around you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing I remembered from my rewatch, I mean, before my rewatch was Fred the horse saying,
yes,
I want to steal.
It's such a good episode. It's such a good show.
Yeah, it is. I just watched the one before that is when they get the horse. So they're at the tavern.
Horse to make your acquaintance.
Please to horse your acquaintance is what he says.
Sorry.
It makes exactly as much sense as what you said. Yeah.
God, that's such a fucking Alex Leaf Crunch ass joke.
Right?
So that's our third cumulative Lightbringer is Over the Garden Wall.
Mm-hmm.
What else is good? If I can just be indulgent for a bit, I have been slowly prepping a new campaign of D&D for some friends. And I'm just entirely, like, indulging in all my, like, areas of special interest in, like, anthropology and linguistics and stuff. Just because I can, and because it makes the world feel more exciting and rich and believable, and gets away from, like, Western fantasy tropes. And it's just really satisfying.
So are you inventing languages?
Not... So I'm not, like, doing the actual work of making a constructed language. I'm just, like, considering what language actually looks like in this world. So, like, for example, like, there's communities in the real world where there's, like, a high amount of, like, congenital deafness, and so often, like, most hearing, like, people in the community just, like, learn sign language.
Gotcha.
Just because, like, it's a way to communicate in that society.
Right.
And so I'm having, like, the halflings in my world are, like, a lot of them are deaf, and that's, like, totally fine because they don't need to be hearing to survive and to thrive and have full lives. And so just halfling sign language is one of the language options you can have here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it's just a lot of fun to, like, make a place that has interesting things in it, and then let your friends loose to explore it and solve some mysteries.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How much work would it be for you to DM a one-off for some people that I would be included in? It would probably have to be, once school gets a little less...
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Oh, that jingles my bells.
It would be a holiday special of a non-existent show.
I want to do like a Christmas LMNOP.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have Christmas episodes. They might have wintry episodes. they don't have a Christmas special. They're not like Merry Christmas, Sherlock Holmes. Jesus is real.
I feel like whenever he eats out of his big bowl, that's kind of like a Christmas vibe. It's like Christmas morning. I can see Sherlock just like cross-legged in a chair on Christmas morning in flanell pajamas, eating out of a big bowl. It's the Christmas elementary special of our mind.
It's true. Maybe I'll pay someone to make some fan art of elementary. I got most of the way through that word without knowing whether I was going to say elementopy or elementary.
Yeah. I love saying it in the cadence of elementary, like elementopy.
Elementopy. Sam was shouting it out on Jurgen at one time because I think it was an episode of Jurgen where I was listening along because I'm in the $10 tier. So I was like, they were like, oh, a noise space podcast, and I was like in the chat like elementopy. And Sam was like, there's elementopy about the show Elementary. Now I think of it that way all the time.
Yeah. Shout out to Jurgenet for being over.
Yes, Semper
Officially
Funny
today.
Boys, truly.
Semper Jurgen.
Semper, I'm Semper jerking it.
Mm-hmm.
Means always.
Oh yeah, it causes a lot of like skin issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not good for you.
It's important to moisturize.
Mm-hmm.
Lubricate.
Mm-hmm.
Another topic that we could talk about is something else. Speaking of podcasts that are ending, 0 to 0 is we're having our last episode. Well, the last episode of Who Wants to Be a Superhero. I don't know if we're doing a postmortem or not, but
I feel like you gotta.
So here's the thing. We keep talking about it, and Giga is like, we gotta do a postmortem, and also we gotta watch Mega Snake.
What is Mega Snake?
So the prize from season 1 was you got to... They kept saying you got your own sci-fi movie. You got to appear in a sci-fi movie, and it's the
right, I see.
Shortest cameo ever. For
Mega Snake is the movie.
Mega Snake is the movie. And so Giga keeps saying, like, we gotta watch both of the movies and then, do a postmortem. And Sam keeps being like, we're not watching the movie. So I don't know if Sam is like, we're not doing another episode once the show is over, or if he just doesn't want to watch 90 minutes of a movie that has nothing to do with feedback.
That doesn't sound like Sam. Like, if you can watch all of the Secret Life of the American Teenager twice, you can watch 90 minutes of a bad movie.
It's true. Well, media for him takes 3 times as long.
Mm-hmm. Because he has to stand and clap after every scene.
Yes, exactly. He has to pause after each line and say the line himself and then keep playing.
Yeah, in Ben voice.
I guess some are optional.
Well, that was half an hour of Lightbringers.
Nice. Do we need more?
I don't...
Should we talk about news?
No.
Definitely not that.
I want to thank y'all for listening. Obviously things have been weird and this show has been not where the energies of the people making it are, and I hope you understand that. Mm-hmm. And also, like, just behind the curtains, the show was kind of conceived as a very, like, on an individual basis, kind of laissez-faire kind of thing, because at the beginning there were like 12 people who could hop on at any time, and now there are generally the 4 of us who are on frequently, and then some others who are on sometimes.
Yeah, who we also cherish and are funny and great.
Yeah, and we all, I think I can speak for all 4 of us who are on frequently when we say we enjoy doing it still, but it's just not a healthy thing to try to schedule having political opinions.
Yeah. Especially when it's a 3 or 4 person episode, you can say like 10 minutes of stupid shit and then be like, more like Amy Conehead Barrett for the rest of the episode. but when it's just 2 people, it's a lot. You have to have more thoughts, and you have to read the whole article of news before you go on the episode.
And the news is just horrific. It's just not fun to...
It's bad.
It's not fun to think about or make jokes about or talk about anymore. But we're not gonna close the feed. We're not gonna end the podcast. We're gonna, if there's ever something that one of us wants to talk about, we'll try to schedule something and
Who
make an
knows
episode.
who knows what special event will bring Henry Kissinger as Pokemon going to die back to the feed. But also not just like big stuff, just if any of us are kind of like feeling it.
Yeah, and also this opens the door for more like casual guest appearances.
Yes.
Instead of having people on to talk about specific things, we can just like have friends on as unofficial hosts just to chill out and talk, because chilling out and talking is kind of the only thing that this podcast does for me.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a listener, I don't listen to the podcast anymore. That's what I mean when I say when I was a listener.
Is it because you're on every episode?
No, I listen to every episode I'm on, and not anything else. No. When I was a listener, I was listening to learn some things, but also just I think it's fun to listen to podcasts and pretend that you're in a conversation with your friends.
Yeah,
And you just happen to be tired that day, and you're not piping up.
Yeah, and if you aren't in our Discord yet, it's honestly been the best part of the podcast is just like the community that's grown up around it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Discord it can be a bit overwhelming if you're new, because there's a lot of people, but everyone's really nice. We try to keep it light and agreeable.
We even have a socially distanced Discord role if you're really not into the current events.
If you just want to look at like the cats and gaming channels, you can do that. But yeah, so if you are going to miss hearing us more frequently in audio form, you can join if you haven't and speak to us in digital text form.
Hell yeah. Matt says that he would like us to please say "fuck the RCMP" on air. We definitely already have, but
Yes.
There it is again for you, Matt.
Fuck the RCMP. More like royal pain in my patooey.
I'm always saying that. Royal synonyms.com.
If we were British, we could call them right cunts, mate. Puh.
Puh. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to have a good synonym that starts with C. Cramp. More like royal cramp in my
Really cramping my style.
Really cramping my style. I won't make a calf joke, but my brain thought that I should try to. Really cramping my poor legs.
So yeah, join the Patreon. I mean, no, don't do that. Join the Discord. and say really cramping my poor legs.
And other equally intelligent things.
Yeah. Speaking of something we spoke of this episode, I think maybe one day soon we should have a Over the Garden Wall watch party in the Discord. So if you want to join the Discord.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. And they're 10-minute episodes, so you can pop in and out however you can.
Well, no, if you don't watch the whole thing in one shot, you die. It's a Halloween special. It's charming and beautiful, and we love it, but it is haunted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Alec and I have been watching it in little segments,
but in order, right?
in order.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's fine.
I didn't mean we could watch it out of order. I just meant the episodes are 10 minutes, so somebody could just see one or two.
But if you hopped in for like the second one and then stopped, you would die.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gotta tell Alec to stop nodding off in the middle of watching it then, because he's definitely dying. If that's the case. Big rip, if true.
Actually, speaking of spooky concepts like that, another Lightbringer, just to add to the pile just quickly, is I've been listening to the Magnus Archives.
Okay.
Which is a really, really good short form horror podcast, or like horror anthology with like a overarching narrative. I'm not much of a horror person. Like, I don't like scary movies, but just the quality of the writing and like the production values and the mystery of the Magnus Archives has really drawn me in, and I think I'm braver than I was before.
Oh, nice.
It's also a perfect time to hop in and marathon it because it's probably going to end in like 3 months.
Oh.
But the episodes are quick. I've already listened to 85 of them out of 187, I think, out so far.
Wow. When did you start?
October 1st. So
okay.
a spooky month project, and it's been treating me well.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Or, not nice. Ooh,
it's spooky.
Spooky.
It's true what they say on Fearbait. You can put a fucked up guy anywhere.
It's true.
That is
can.
the core tenet of horror.
Mm-hmm. God, that's true. Even the White House, am I right?
Oh.
Burn.
Pew, 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 pew. Well, I don't know how to end this.
Yeah, a big thank you to all of our patrons of all sizes. We are not able to log in anymore to find we don't have the list anymore because you're technically not our patrons anymore. But we hugely appreciate you. And
Yes.
we're all in romantic love with each and every one of you.
No.
No,
I'm not defending that one.
okay, all right. Just wanted to double check. That's not something we do.
No. Oh, you can if you'd like to, but don't speak for everyone.
No, I'm putting my heart back in my chest now. It was on my sleeve and it's back on my torso. So
Is it okay?
yes, it's fine now. It will be.
You can find us on Discord.
We are hosted by noisespace.xyz, which is if you like to hear any of the voices that are on this podcast or have ever been on this podcast, you'll probably like some of the noisespace.xyz podcasts.
Yeah.
Like LMNOP.
Like, can we say the name of the Dragonet successor?
Yes.
It is Kyle XY, question mark.
Kyle X Y?
Kyle XY?
Why?
Which is very exciting.
Yes. I was prepared to be sad that Dragonet was over, and I'm glad that I don't have to experience that emotion that I had prepared.
You prepared a spell and then wasted the spell slot because you didn't use it.
Yes. There's also ham steak.
That's true. There is a ham steak recorded, which I was fully ready to edit before my life got turned upside down. So
now
hopefully...
Now you have to go to Bel Air?
Yeah. Now I have to go to a smaller house that is luckily close to my house. So hopefully I'll be able to edit that soon and get it out. We had like a 3-month run of a monthly episode, and then that happened. But we're, it's still happening. We're halfway through. Homestuck is good, turns out.
I want so badly to support you and listen to Hamsteak. I tried to jump in like a couple episodes ago, and I was just like, I don't understand this. I don't understand it.
You can't hop in halfway through.
Yeah.
But that's fine. We thank you for your support anyway. Homestuck is good, and nobody's under any obligation to confirm that for themselves. Just believe us.
I do. Well, I continue to have no opinion. So we're not able to look at the patron list live anymore because of the whole not having patrons anymore, technically.
Suspended.
Suspended. So, I'm gonna do a really good Sarah impression from last episode and read the patron list out now. Thank you to
Cass, Shindiglet, Antigone Progony, Indian Snuffkin, Your Sapphic Minecraft ACAB Wife, Patrick Van Brunt, Alex H, Wynn, Jacob Sears, Bryce, Stefan Death and the Grips, Neve Noel Williams, Maximilian Rower, Boigameister, Bryant, Nick Clarkson, Destry Hawk, Tufster McGee, Alex Hoot, Jane Wick, Summer Geist, Dijon Ace, Pregnant Seifeld, David Besser, Paul Blart, Fleshcart, Scout Shiro, The Tallest Jew, Stephanie Ruff, and Alex Schaup. We love you all so much.
What do you think of my impression?
I'm on the floor. I'm shook. I can't see you, but I could tell that your eyes rolled into the back of your skull.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Or, if you hate listening, fuck you.
Fuck off, Greg. Stop hate listening to us.
Memento Pokemori.
Wait, where can we find you?
Oh!
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who have you been?
I have been Val Flight Cub. You can find me on Twitter at FlightCub. Because the second B stands for please listen to my podcast, LMNOP.
The second B stands for Bestended. I've been Alex Leafcrunch. You can find me on Twitter at Leafcrunch.
You cut out. I heard I'm Alex Leafcrunch. You can find me on Twitter at Leaf.
Well, I didn't get that one. Don't have that at, but you can find me on Twitter at Leafcrunch.
All right.
Thanks to Bisexual Punch Party for our Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Matt Noisepace. Thanks to the Taxpayers for the use of their song, Putting the Days to Bed. Nope. Not even a little bit. I was so focused on not saying medicines.
Oh. Thank you to the Taxpayers for the use of their song Evil Men off the album Cold Hearted Town.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. That sounds right.
And if it's not, oops.
Memento Pokemori.
Memento Pokemori.
Don't know who she is or how she is or when or why she is, but as for where she is where we will go. To Adelaide, to Adelaide. Come on and join the Adelaide parade.
No.
Adelaide, to Adelaide. Let's go to Adelaide's house. I need to fix that last part, but that's the idea.